Hi everyone and welcome. My name is Dawn of Embracing Dawn and this is a reading for Aquarius. So we are doing this reading in the window of Aquarius right now, and we've just had our Lunar New Year as well. So let's pull a focus card for Aquarius, and then we will use some Psychic Tarot and possibly some Oceanic Tarot to round out the message and get more information. Okay, so we have our card here. There's nothing more important to true growth than realizing you're not the voice of the mind. You are the one who hears it. So this is all about the separating of the ego self, you know, the physical body and ego self to your higher self. And this is about recognizing that ultimately we're the observer, you know, we're spiritual essence, we're spirits in physical bodies, right, in physical form, and we're exploring this life in this way, and this is all about recognizing that, you know. And Aquarians, I think, as a general sort of statement, you know, tend to be a little more open to that kind of reality, you know, that understanding. Okay, how many is there? That's too many. We got one. So this is this time where we're also, you know, in the age of Aquarius as well, which is so fantastic. So this is pretty powerful for you Aquarians. And this is all about, you know, recognizing whether you're Aquarian sun, moon, rising, doesn't matter. But this is all about recognizing that, not the separateness, but in a way, you know, the separateness, to recognize that, you know, the one that does the speaking is not the ultimate source, you know. Our personalities and our avatars play a big part in all of that as well. So we're going to pull 3 of these here on each side and see where this message takes us. Okay. So right away we've got communication here. Definitely we've got communication here, and very good. We've got some major arcana as well. Lots of major arcana. Okay. So, all right, let's take a look here. So we've got the throat chakra coming up right away. Number 5, throat chakra. So this is all about your communication. This is all about, you know, the way that you receive information, the way that you give information. And this is a focus for you, Aquarius, coming into this, because this, you know, this would represent, all of the chakras are represented in the Psychic Tarot. And this is definitely about your connection and your expression. It's also about the way that you receive the information that comes into you and what you do with that. And we have the fulfillment of wishes here, number 9, and stand your ground, number 7. So there's a situation where your wishes, fulfillment of wishes is beautiful. That's a beautiful card. And that looks to me like it could be, there's water in here, but there's also, you know, the material with the chest here. But he's got representation from all of the suits here. The swords, the wands, the pentacles, and the cups. So this is about a fulfillment of wishes is yours to be had. So within this whole experience of being able to separate yourself and look in as the observer and realize that you are the driver, you know, of your existence on this plane, coming into the realization that communication is going to be especially important for you. And it's very interesting that you've got this right now, because we are in Mercury retrograde, which is, you know, affects all things communication. And we'll be in that for at least another week. So it's a focus on that communication. And then the standing your ground and fulfillment of wishes. There's something that is unfolding for you. And it could be connected to you personally. It could be connected to those around you, like your family unit or a close-knit work unit or spiritual community, where you're being asked to stand your ground about something. And you will receive the fulfillment of what you're looking for. But it's don't buckle under. Don't submit to whatever this is, whatever this situation is for you, Aquarius, because it's important that you stand firm. And it's not that you're on attack necessarily. You're not being aggressive, but you're definitely standing at the defense. You're guarding your gate. And whatever this is that you're putting forward, Aquarius, you need to make sure that you stay with it. And this is very interesting because we have another 5 here, obstacles and challenges. So definitely there's some transition happening. You're facing some challenges here, and this is in the material. It can also be, in the metaphysical, with this whole seeing things from an objective point of view and understanding that all of the emotions and the attachment that we put into things. And Aquarius, again, I'm stereotyping, but as a general, Aquarians are better able to have that distance, to see things from that higher perspective. Now is one of those times where you really need to use that skill and understand that, tap into the driver behind the human here and face this obstacle or challenge. You see where it's broken, there's a path that's broken. So you may not see what it is you need to move forward. You may, yes, and then we've got the waiting game coming up. So definitely you're not necessarily seeing the path forward, and there are some blocks, but you're overcoming those blocks because we've got the number 1 passion ignited. So this might be like the Ace of Wands, the fire energy, where you are really whatever this situation is, Aquarius, that pertains to you specifically, you're getting your teeth into this and your passion is being ignited. You're gaining power from that standing your ground, and you're bringing about this would be major arcana, this beautiful balance here. And this is a major arcana. It's also a major, it's a master number 11, So this could be connected to love or someone that you love deeply as well, because the pillars, the 2 there can often be connected to love as well. But I just want to check here so I don't guide you wrong. Yeah. So this is about justice. This would be justice in the regular tarot. So this is about justice being had. This is about you're making a decision, the cause and effect of it, taking responsibility. This is about bringing things back into balance. So something is definitely out of balance. And it's a situation, again, it can pertain to you personally, can pertain to someone close to you where you have an active role in the cause and effect in terms of their circumstances in their life, but this is a transition that's happening. You're facing some obstacles here, and it's all about stepping out of the emotional piece of this and looking at it from the perspective of the overseer, so to speak, your higher self, looking at the situation without the emotional charge and being able to see what is the best solution. And you're going to find that justice will be served, and it's going to ignite this new passion as well within you and perhaps the other that this may be pertaining to. And it's very interesting here because we've got number 15, temptation. Now, number 15 would be the devil card. Yes. So there's been some temptation that you're being presented with, and again, coming back to this, the 7 here, where you've got standing your ground, and you've got, and then you've got the obstacles as well. So standing your ground here and facing the obstacles, it may be that someone is trying to sweet talk you. Someone is trying to gaslight you and convince you that the path that they suggest for you, what it is, the outcome that they want is the best. that you're a little bit, offside, that you're crazy, that you don't know what you're talking about. And this is that devil card, that temptation. The suggestion is to stand your ground. And even though this is an obstacle you're facing, you're going to receive justice in this situation. So it's really important that you stand your ground in an objective way, not to get into the emotional piece of this. As much as you can stay detached from that, it's important to do that, because there's definitely some strength. You've got some strength here, and you're being asked to rely on that strength. And we've got the number 2 here, which is the waiting game. So this is, time passing, as above, so below. You've got this number 2, the waiting game here, which is you're waiting for something to happen. You're waiting for an outcome. You're waiting for a resolution. Aquarians, it'll be different for all of you, but you are waiting for something here. And it's just a matter of allowing that process to unfold. Allow it to be what it's going to be, and then respond from that. Don't anticipate, don't project, don't let the mind get everything all messed up, and I'm Aquarius moon, so I'm somewhat connected with that energy, and we can sort of get caught up in our heads sometimes. And then this leads to yet another 5 here, but this is wisdom. So this would be all about the Hierophant. So this is gaining wisdom through this experience. This is speaking from a place of wisdom within these experiences that you're having right now. You are going to gain through this waiting game, through this waiting the process out and seeing what's going to happen, allowing it to unfold, allow the parties to play out the way they're going to play out without interjecting, without becoming emotional, without being, on the face value of it in the material world, without going at it. Step back. Wait, allow it to unfold, allow these choices to come forward, allow these opportunities to come forward, and keep yourself separated, right? And allow understand who's really the driver in this seat, so to speak. And you're going to definitely achieve this beautiful outcome that you are looking to achieve, right? I'm just trying to find the right deck that I want to go to next here. Okay. Yeah, okay, so we're going to go with one of these oracle decks here to finish this up. So you're definitely facing a situation here, Aquarius, where you're asked to step out and understand, the difference that you're not the mind, you're not the ego mind. Rather, you are what is behind that. You are the observer there. And you do control what comes out of your mouth, and you do control your mind and your emotions, but so often we don't align with that or connect with that or take responsibility for that. But we are definitely in charge, from a spiritual space over the human form and the emotions and the attachments and the stories that we play out through life here. And definitely in the material, it could be also internal, but in the material, you're facing a challenge here, an obstacle, and you have complete ability to overcome it. You've just got to keep your cool and see it as a solution to be solved. Allow the parties to play out the way that they're going to play out. And you'll achieve what it is that you want to achieve. And let's see what's happening here. So on top of this, that temptation, don't fall into that temptation with that devil card, so to speak. Don't allow that to happen. There's an energy in play here that's trying to undermine, that's trying to sideswipe this situation, whatever this is. You may recognize who that is or what that is, or you may not, but just keep an eye, because there's something in play that's deceptive here, and you need, again, to stand your ground with that. So this is beautiful. You've got come to life here. So you are the creator here. You are coming to life, and 4 and 3 would make another 7. So whatever this outcome is, this is going to allow you or another to really come into their own, to come into a place of power and self-realization and harmony that they either you or they weren't able to enjoy or express before. And then 30, the outcome here is the perfection of your life. So whatever this is, you see the harmony here. Whatever this is, whatever this pertains to, the outcome that this is leading to, as long as you maintain your internal strength, you stand your ground in a way that maintains your integrity. Don't dip down, don't dirty play, don't get into this devil energy, don't be tempted, to get into that exchange. That kind of exchange is a very low vibration, and you don't want to get yourself caught up into that, right? You want to stay separated. This is it. This is the message. You want to keep yourself separated, and don't play the game. Don't play the game in terms of the lowering vibration and the mudslinging, because there may be some. There may be some accusing going back and forth, some defensive nature going back and forth with whatever this situation is pertaining to. And just hold your ground, stand with integrity, stay as connected to self and separate from emotion as possible. Have compassion, definitely, but don't allow yourself to dip from an emotional space. Keep your elevation high, and you will definitely come into a new space for yourself, and possibly for another, if this pertains to another, where you're really going to achieve the outcome that you are hoping for. And it's going to lead to a new path, Aquarius, that is really fulfilling, really very fulfilling. So this is your message. Please click like and subscribe and help me to share and grow and, connect with you and others. And remember to live big and shine your light bright. Until next time.